Hello everyone and welcome back. This lab actually is an updated lab for lab number 1. And in this lab I try to put more information about the feedback I received from a couple of the viewers. In this lab, since it is the first lab, first I would like to recommend you to watch the introduction to solid edge part A and B, and then after that you start watching the 15 labs, the series of teaching solid edge. In this video I would like to mention some of the good practicing and how to avoid certain things so you can have at the end a successful drawings. And also another recommendation I would like to say is after lab 7 or 8 I recommend you to practice with some of the practicing videos and also some of the exercises. I posted them on my YouTube channel. So let's go to solid edge and see how we can accomplish this drawing. I tried to make it simple, but there are we will learn how to use some commands in solid edge, some drawing tools, and also some commands like side patterns and some other stuff and extrusion and so on. Okay, so let's go to solid edge by clicking on the icon for solid edge, and once it opened you will see that we will cover that and give you some more insight towards this. So let's go to solid edge. When you open solid edge, this is the screen you will see. As you can see here, this is like the opening screen for the first time, so you don't see any files here because it's just installed. And to start the first lab or the file, to start a file, what you need to do is just you click on new, you see new here, and then you click another new here, and then it gives you a menu here. And this menu here, depending on the standard you're gonna use, are you using inch, the dimensions are in inch or metric, and since I'm living in the United States we use both. So I use the ANSI, so I'm going to say either ANSI inches if the dimensions in inches, and ANSI metric if the dimensions are in millimeter. But there are some other standard you can see here, the standard template. So the DIN is standard for Germany, SASKD metric for the Scandinavian, GB is for Great Britain, and the ISO is the international standard. And also this is a Japanese standard, and so on. Okay, so now, since the dimensions we have for this exercise are in millimeter and we are in the United States, I'm going to use the ANSI metric. And for ANSI metric I will start my drawing. Always you start your drawing by what? Drawing the part, the 3D part. So I'm going to click on ANSI metric part, so I'm going to say okay. Now you will get another menu. Let me get the other screen. Okay, and this one moved here, just the side. Okay, so now this is the screen for the drawing, since I decided about ANSI metric. So this will be the screen. Okay, as you can see, for drawing a 3D part, there are certain group of items here in the top part. Here under clipboard, like copy, paste, cut, and all these command. And this is for selecting if I would like to select or highlight a certain part. And then here is how to build a different plane. So if you want to do drawing at a different plane, like say a different plane. And here are the drawing tools. So the drawing tools here in these groups, you have draw line, circle, rectangle, and so on. So these are the drawing tools. We'll go over it in more details once we starting the practicing. But at least these are the drawing tools. And these are the commands for what? For doing a relationship. Like what? Like I want to connect between two lines, and here making horizontal, vertical, make a line tangent to a circle. Here is symmetric, and collinear means that you need two lines to be on the same line. Perpendicular, equal, parallel, concentric, and so on. Okay. Another feature in under relate here, this one here, we're going to show, I've showed you in this lab that you want to show the relationship. Sometimes you want to make sure that when you do your drawing, the things are done right on the move. These group of items here, it allow you to do with the dimension, to choose the dimension, whether you have a smart dimension and a distance between, and we're going to explain you the different format of that, and also how to draw angle between and so on. Okay. Now here is for the text and so on. Now here to build a 3D, and this command here under this group of item or commands, and here also face relation and so on. And this is the command for pattern, and is not highlighted because we didn't draw anything, or we didn't select anything to make it as a pattern and so on. But under pattern, when you click, you will see that there are certain commands for pattern: circular, rectangular, pattern, circular, pattern along a curve, and so on. So there are different ways of doing that. Okay. I believe this is just, I'm going to stick to what I mentioned right now. Then later we will learn more material about the using solid edge in the coming lab. Before you start your drawings, you need to decide about, you're going to start your drawing by concentrating on the sketch, on which plane. See, as you can see here, I have here the coordinate axis X, Y, and Z. But if I look at base reference planes, it is hidden, so now I'm gonna check it. So this means that it will show up here. So I have a front plane, right plane, and top plane. Okay. So either you can access them from here. Either you see you have a front plane, you have a right plane, and top plane. And either you can access them from here, or you can access them from the cube here in the lower right corner. So you can go to the front plane, the right plane, and the top plane. When you click on the cube, it will take you to the whatever plane you want. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna draw my stuff, say, in the top plane. So I'm going to select the top plane. Okay, the best way to do is just, I'm going to say, this is the plane I'm going to start doing my sketches or my drawing. And this is the one which will host most of the sketches or the drawings. So I'm going to lock, the first good practicing is what? To lock yourself to the top plane. How to lock yourself to the top plane? You have to choose one of the drawing tools. So any item here, like line or circle by point and rectangle and so on. So what I'm going to do, since I'm going to draw circles, so I'm going to say, okay, I need a circle by point, circle by center point. So I'm going to click here. You have different choices. So I'm going to choose the first one, which is circle by center point. I'm going to click on this one. Once you selected one of the drawing tool, you move your mouse to one of these planes. Like for example, I need to lock myself to the top plane. So when I move my mouse at any line located in the top plane, you'll see a lock. And what you need to do is just click on the lot. Once you click on the lot, on the lock, you lock yourself to this plane. Means that any drawing will be drawn after that will be locked or will be drawn on the top plane. How do you know that? Just you look at the upper right hand corner here, the upper corner here, you will see that F3 or the lock, the picture of the lock. So once you lock yourself, so I'm going to go back to the cube here and I say, okay, let me choose. I lock myself to the top. I need the top plane. So now I'm in the top plane. Any drawing I'm going to draw will be located on this top view, the top plane. Okay. Since I selected a circle, automatically there is a menu here for the circle. It shows that, okay, here is the menu will come. It's just tools in the other screen. So this will be opened automatically. Like for example, if I click on the line, another menu will come. Here is a menu for line. You click on a circle by center. So this is the menu I'm gonna see after when I do that. Okay, in this menu you can choose the color, the size of the line, the thickness of the line, or what type of the line, and so on. But I wouldn't bother with that right now. I'm gonna use the default. I'm gonna say I have a diameter 240. So I'm gonna type 240, which is the bigger diameter, and I say enter. So this means that I have a 240 diameter. The first, okay, I can put it here in the center of the coordinate axis. So I'm going to click on the center of the axis. How do I know I'm in the center? You see this like a symbol. It has at the end. It means that it is in the center. So I'm going to click. Now you draw a circle which is the diameter is 240. It is too big, so what I can do is just by your mouse, there is a roller at the top of the mouse, at the beginning of the mouse. Just you roll it outside from you, it will go smaller. You roll it to yourself, back to yourself, it will get bigger. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to roll it in a way it becomes like a decent size. And then I'm going to say the next step is just, you see fit here under fit command. So I'm going to, the fit command, I'm going to say fit, then it will put it in the middle of the page. Okay, right click to get out. Now I need to draw the second circle. So now the other circle is what is 60. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a circle 60. I'm going to type 60 as the diameter here. Under the diameter in the table here, in the table, I'm going to put 60 and I say enter. I go to the center of the circle of the old one and I click. So now I draw the 60. Just to be in the safe side, so you see this relationship concentric, I need this circle concentric. You see, I'm going to click on concentric. Means that I need this circle to be in the same center with this circle. So now they are concentric. Okay, so we're done with that. So just to be in the safe side, and also since I'm gonna need also to use the smart dimension to put the dimension of the bigger circle and the smaller circle, so I can lock the dimension so it will stay the 240. Let me move this one up. So I need this one 240, which is good, and the other one will be what, 60. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is to keep them with the exact dimension 240 and 60. It doesn't change with the process. Okay, the next step is I need to draw the slot. So let me go back to the drawing. You will see that there is a slot I need to draw here. I'm going to circle by center. Circle by center. And I have a circle which is, okay, let me open another file so this way so we can access the dimension. Okay, so this is lab 1 draft. Okay, so let me get this one. Okay. Okay, just in case if I want to move this. Okay, as you can see here, I need to draw this slot here, which is it has, oh, okay, the radius. Let me see what gets smart dimension. So this is the radius is 10, so mean that there is a circle here 20, and the same for the other one here. A radius is 10, so circle 20. But the distance between the center of the circle here and the center of the circle here is 30, and from the center of the circle here to the center of the 60 is what is 60. Okay, so let's do that on solid edge. So I'm gonna go back to the part. Okay, so I'm gonna start by what? The circle by center, and I'm gonna start by the 20, the circle, the 20 diameter, and so the 20 diameter, I need to have it along this vertical line. So how can I know that it is in the vertical line? When you move your circle, if I am exactly along this vertical line from the center, you will see a dashed or a dotted red line. So when you see that, you click. So I draw the first one, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Once I see the red, you see here, you don't see it now, you can see it now, so I'm gonna click. So now I was able to draw both circles are in the same vertical line coming from the coordinate axis. And I need to do the slot. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to choose a line, and this line should be okay. Let me zoom first so you can see it better. So in the zoom area, this is the one in the corner, lower corner. Click on the zoom area, and I'm going to zoom to this location here. So this way I have the two circles, and I need to draw a line tangent to this to both circles. So I'm going to get a line, and you will see the menu for the line. I'm going to just leave it to the side, and the way to do it is just I'm going to click at any point, and it should move with you. If it is moving with me, means that I did not choose a feature point. Okay, so now I'm going to go down, come closer to the other circle. When I see two symbols, the one means it is tangent and intersecting, so I'm going to click. And how do you know that you did it right? Okay, so when you get escape here, you should see this, the circle with an X inside. It means that it is tangent to the circle and it is intersecting with the circle. Okay, in both location means I did it very good. I did it right. Okay, now let's do another line from the other side. Okay, so I'm going to choose any point as I did the other one, and I want to give it touching, tangent and touching. If I see the two symbol, I should click. Suppose that you didn't do it right. So I tried to make the click it, but it didn't came correct. So as you can right click to get out. So what I'm going to do, I need to fix that. So how to fix it? Use what? The relationship. Okay, you see this location here, the relationship. So I'm going to look at line tangent to assess. So I'm going to highlight this one. Once you highlight this, means that you say that, okay, I need this line to be tangent to this circle. And this way it moved and it became tangent to the circle. So, and how do you know that they are both tangent and perfect? Means that once you see the red circle with an X on it, red circle with an X on it, it means that you did. Okay. If these symbols that explain to you what the steps or what you did, if you want to hide them, it's up to you. Okay, now the relationship handles, if you click on it, they will disappear. But if you click on it to make it highlight, means it will disappear. I prefer to have it on, especially at the beginning, and if it's not complicated drawing, to understand, to make sure that you did it right. Then you get a good understanding of what's going on. Then later, once you see that it's going to be too much crowded with these symbols and so on. Okay. Another item that we did, you remember that we locked ourselves to the top plane, and we see F3 here. Why this will help me? That because you see this trim here. If I click on the trim, I can use this quick trim in a way that, how can I do quick trim? Means that I move my mouse like this on the top and the bottom, so then I get rid of the stuff, the extra stuff I don't need. Okay, so any item I don't need, just you move the mouse on top of it. Okay, if it's not locked, then I have to identify the line and they have to click on it. If I do the trim, they can do it either one by one or you can do it very quick. I prefer, this is a good practice, so I prefer you to do that. Okay, so now we were able to finish the first pattern or the first shape. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back. You see, before I continue the drawings, I would like to make sure that I corrected the dimensions, since I draw these circle at any randomly. So I would like to make the distance from here to here is to the center here is 60 and then 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom to this area and then get X distance between X from the center of this circle to the center of this circle. I want this one to be 60, so I'm going to put 60 here. And from the center of this circle to the center of this circle, I'm going to click. Then I need this one to be 30 and instead of 32, so it's going to be 30. So this way I corrected the location of the slot here to be like 30 and then 60 from this. So let's move now to the next step. And I'm going to do another pattern, say in the horizontal, along the horizontal line. Okay. And this pattern will be what? Let me click here. So this will be along the horizontal line, which will be what? The circles along the horizontal line. And I have a circle. The first circle is 20, 10, and 5. And these are at a distance from the center of this circle to this circle is 92, and then 40, and then what? 25. Okay, so let's do that. So first I'm going to, along the horizontal line, draw the 20, 10, and 5. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the part. Okay. So it's up. Some people sometimes you draw a line, so this means that as a guidance for them. For again, it's if you feel more comfort doing that, that's fine. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you that I can do the method. I need the 20 for the first circle. I know that it is in the horizontal if I see what the dashed red line. So when I see the dash, that means that it is on the line. I'm going to click, means that it is done right. Okay, suppose, no, I don't want it. I'm going to draw a line. This is another way of doing it. So I'm going to go back to here to undo. So what I'm going to do, some people will say, okay, let me draw a line from the center. And this line is horizontal. How do I know it's horizontal? When I see what the symbol next to the mouse. Okay, so I'm gonna click. So now I have a horizontal line that I can put the circles on this line. Again, whatever, it's your preference. You can do it quicker, but it's up to you. So now I need to have a circle 20. The first one is 20. Enter. So I'm going to put it somewhere here. Don't put it in a feature point. Okay. Why? Because it's gonna stick there. The computer will think that it has to be there and stay there. So I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the line. Then I change the diameter is to 10. And I'm gonna put it anywhere on the line. How do you know it is on the line? When you see the dot inside the line. Okay. And then the third one is 5. I'm gonna put 5. I'm gonna put the value 5 here. And I'm gonna put it somewhere. Okay. So I finished doing. Now we need to correct the locations. What I'm gonna do is what? Just make sure that get the X dimension, X between. And I'm gonna use the horizontal vertical. There are different ways. If the line is inclined, I can use by 2 point, but I'm gonna use it horizontal vertical, okay, because of everything is horizontal vertical right now. So now X, okay, when I click on the circle here, and I click on this circle, it will give you the dimension between the centers of the two circle centers. So this means what? I need to have this one to be 25. So I'm going to put it and then change it to 25. So I'm going to say 25. Enter. Okay. Now let's a little bit reduce the size a little bit, and I'm going to use the handle to move it around. Okay. The handle here, it allows me to move the shape. Okay. If I click on this one, so it will give me what? The distance between the two center here. And then this two center, I need to have it 15. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 15. Okay. Now we need to know that to tell the computer that the distance between the center of the 20, the circle 20, and the central circle is by X here, dimension by X. So I'm going to get the center from this circle to the center of this circle. It should be 92. Okay. So this way I was able to locate all the shape here and the circles here. But I draw extra line. I don't need the line. So what you need to do, you need to delete this line. I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to highlight the line and then delete. Okay. So now I need to go. Now I finish with the sketch. Once you finish with the sketch, I need to go to the home. So you see click on the home and the corner here, the right lower corner at the cube. Click at home. It will take you to the home. And once it took me to the home, I'm gonna click on with the left side of the left mouse. Click on the shape, and it gives you the option to do the extrusion to give a third dimension. So I'm going to click on the arrow, and the arrow here, it seems like it went over symmetry, depending on what is the last time did you use extrusion. Okay, it was symmetric, means up and down, or I can click on this one here. If it's not symmetric, then I have a choice. Either I can move it up or I can move it down. I move it up or down depending on this location. Say I want to make it symmetry. Okay, so it's a symmetry. Some application, some problem will require you do it symmetry. Some problem will require you to do it only in one direction and so on. Okay. The thickness is 12. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type 12 for the thickness. Enter. So now I was able to make the solid, the sketch to be solid, 3D. Notice something here. When I did the extrusion to make the 3D, I'm not locked to a plane anymore because I don't have a plane now. It became like a part. Okay, so it disappeared here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top plane. You see top plane here? Click on the top. It's gonna give you this shape here like that. Now, I want you to watch here about the pattern here. Nothing is highlighted. But what I'm gonna do is I need to repeat this pattern and the other 3 holes here like 6 times. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the select arrow and I'm gonna highlight what? This one here, the slot here. And I'm gonna go down and get these 3. Okay, so now you will see that. Let me move this one out from the way. So now I was able to highlight the slot here and the 3 holes here. So now I can use the pattern feature to do my work. Okay, so now notice something here. The pattern, under the pattern, you remember it was not highlighted. Now it is highlighted. So you see it becomes like there are color add to it. Okay, so now I need to make it a circular pattern. So if I click on this arrow here and choose circular pattern, okay, now I move my mouse. You see the mouse here? Once I come to touch the circle, let me start to do it again. Once I touch the circle, wait a little bit, you will see that there is another circle to say this is a pattern circle. You see this pattern circle, okay? And what I need to do is just, okay, so go back to this one. When you see the circular pattern, I'm gonna click. And once you click, it still remember that it is 6 pattern. You can change that. You can make it 4 pattern or whatever, 5 pattern or 7. You can choose the count, the number. Okay, we'll do that in another example. How we change from either 6 or 4 or 5 or whatever. And once you like the pattern, you're gonna say what? Accept. Accept. So I'm gonna click on accept. And I have the whole. Now I can go back to the home. Right click to get out, escape or escape, right click or escape. This is how to get out. Okay. As you can see, we succeeded to make the drawings with the things by doing the pattern and so on. Now, this is the part, so I need to save it. So what I'm going to say, okay, save as. And you choose a folder at any place. Say, okay, call it folder Solid Edge Lab. Save it on your under document or under by desktop or whatever. Name a folder and then save this thing. I'm using say lab here. I'm going to say okay. So I'm going to say this is lab number 1. Number 1, okay, and then you put your last name here. Okay, so let me do it like this. Okay, just in case, then you save it in this folder, so you are done. And since I have it already, there is no need for me to redo it again. That's cancel. Okay, so this is how you save the file. Okay. Now, suppose you are doing a presentation and you don't want to leave these dimensions. Unless you need to leave it, so you can explain also the dimensions, what they are and so on. So how to clean the stuff around it. So if you are doing another presentation to some people and the company and so on, or your senior design presentation or something, I don't want to put the details because the details will be in the draft sheet. So how to start cleaning these stuff? So what you can do is, I'm gonna click on the design body here. When you see design body to your left, check or hide the design body. When you click on the check mark, it will hide the design body. See here, the design body is hide. The other thing also, I don't want I wanna hide also what the dimension, the pattern, the diameter. This is what the pattern. So I'm going to go to the pattern diameter and check it, so I don't see it anymore. Okay, why I'm doing that? Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything here and I'm going to delete it. So the only thing left is the coordinate axis. The coordinate axis, you can delete it. So what I can do, just I can hide it. So if it's say under PMI, so I'm gonna check this one, uncheck it. No, this one. It's gonna be under, yeah, this one here. No, base. The base. Okay, sorry. So uncheck the base, it will hide the coordinate axis. You want to bring the coordinate axis back, click on the base. Okay. So I'm gonna hide it. So now I can go back to the design body. I want to show it. Then I have this part. Okay. Now another issue also I would like to explain it to you is when you go to view and part painter. Okay, the last time I choose the one for the I posted on the web and the YouTube is made of chrome. So I'm gonna choose chrome. I'm gonna highlight. Once it is chrome, I'm gonna choose the part. Then it will make the part out of chrome. So get the color of the material itself. You want a chrome, aluminum, whatever. So you can use that on the part itself. Okay. One of the other things also I'd like to do is view override. I can change the light of the thing. So instead of 20%, I can increase the light. It becomes the part more lighter or darker, whatever. You can choose that and we'll show it in some other application. Okay. So this will end the first lab for today, for this YouTube, for this video. And I hope that you like it. And I would like to thank you for watching the video, and I would love to hear your feedback. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and give it a thumbs up. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon on another video. Bye-bye.